Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from Darth Merrick, who is in the Gyan. And yeah, the Gyan is still excellent. You probably saw back in April that I used it to take down the Psycho Gundam, and it's still one of the fastest things you can use to do it, in my opinion. But yeah, I've had this around for a while, just didn't have a place for it. There was a while where I was doing Gyan videos and they just weren't getting a lot of attention, so I decided to leave it off for a while. But it was good to have some stuff in reserve, so let's see what we can do. It's an ace match, which means, as you probably know, gameplay proceeds normally for the first 5 minutes or so. Once 3 minutes are remaining in the round, an ace is selected, and once the ace is selected, they are worth triple points to kill, but every kill they make themselves is itself worth triple points. So naturally, the winning formula is keep your ace alive, kill the enemy ace. See, Merrick is going in hard, and see, yeah, pulling back a little bit because that Gelgug just decided to come back at him. He's making good use of the hide bombs, which I'm not frequently able to do, but it's doing fairly well to keep that Gelgug at bay for a minute. And now it's close enough that, okay, got it to waste its tackle. Not sure which type of Gelgug it is yet. I think it might just be the early production type in the Desert Gelgug's colors. Again, does have a dodge roll, which is good, but of course, tackling Redline should boost, so not going to get a dodge roll out of that. But there's a kill. Very nice. Yeah, at 500, that's probably a early production Gelgug. And there's a G3. Good lunges there. Managed to tag it. And is that a Zeta Gundam? That is a Zeta Gundam. So this is a Gyan running at fairly high cost. I've had this round long enough that this was probably before the advent of the Cubile. This is probably not too long after 600 was instituted. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out, though. Okay, well, they managed to catch the Zeta out of the air. Somebody else got the kill, though. And, okay, let's see. Yeah, it is a Gelgug. It's using the Cloth Wrap Bazooka. It's the Vish Donahue Gelgug. Thank you, Brain. And also, it was just using Wrist Vulcan. So yeah, definitely the Vish Donahue Gelgug ground. So, gets caught in the corner. The tackle did not take. And that Ashimar flew over Merrick to try and take that kill, I think. But that didn't work out for them in really any sense. But something tagged Merrick. I'm not sure which, but or what. But it's probably this MLRS, which is about to die. Yep. Okay, and there's stuff behind him. And let's see. Okay, is that Striker Custom? No, G3. Okay. See, he is going to go for it, which, with this low health and nobody else on the board to help him, you may as well, because you can't get away fast enough to get away from 4 people, so you may as well move in and do damage. That's how I usually think about it anyway. If there's a team to run towards on the screen, then yeah, sometimes I'll make a run for it, or sometimes I'll, fight while backpedaling, as you know I am fond of doing. But yeah, if there's nobody around and nobody ready to spawn to help, you may as well just go for it, because there's no cover to run to. Let's see. Teams taking their turns trying to keep the point. And looks like, okay, was that an ally? I think it was. Yeah, so entire enemy team is trying to keep this waypoint. And unfortunately, they did tag Merrick and the other player, so they are gonna get that one, which it happens. Hopefully the team will be able to spawn together and get out there shortly. Which, okay, it looks like they're already on the move. Okay, they kept the spawn point. I guess other people came in their mobile suits and fought enough to keep the enemy off of it. Whatever works. And good layup for the Zeta Gundam there. And damage to the thing on the ground at the same time. Very nice. And, let's see. I'm kind of surprised he picked the G3. I might have gone for the Vish Gelgug there just because it was on the ground and near death, but better to take out the the enemy raid if you can, since there's a Jaeger on his team. I'm surprised that Hide Bomb didn't connect, but I think they actually upped the splash damage on it recently in various patches, so Okay, and number one there just had a tremendously well-timed downswing. Well-timed and well-spaced, knocked that Zeta down right out of that clash. And it probably wasn't a Zeta, but my brain just blanked because I'm, a good 20 seconds behind on everything now. And I'm like, oh yeah, Merrick's also ace, that's worth mentioning. So, yeah, running commentary is a thing. And that's a low-health enemy that Merrick can beat. No, there's the Zeta, it was the G3 he was fighting. That makes sense because they had the same melee priority. You have to have the same melee priority to clash like that, in case you didn't know that. If you have higher melee priority, you'll just break right through their attack. So if you've been having trouble with fighting raids and having your melee attacks not work against them, that would be why. The Gundam and the early production Gelgug both have level 3 melee priority, so they are a little bit better at fighting with raids hand-to-hand than other things are. But again, it was raid versus raid, so, both melee priority 3, I'm sure. And Merrick is pulling back, which, good idea. Don't want to get too deep in enemy territory here. He sent Bunch up, which, good advice. Yeah, he's trying to gather his team, because if they can weaken things for him and help him stay alive, then they can obviously pull this off. But it's going to take, again, a little bit of coordination. The enemy team's coming up there. It looks like they're going to try... Yeah, Merrick's pulling back again. Again, as the raid, he's being very cautious here, which is good, because Gyans are kind of fragile at times. So he wants to be with his allies, and he wants to not get surrounded by generals. At the same time, he's got to find an inn, and there is the inn. The inn is the G3, which is about to die. Got it. Very nice. And that is, I think, the Vish Gelgug, but the enemy ace Zeta is attacking him from this side. And somebody just sent support me, but no, this is both aces are right around here, so that's where the teams should be. That Zeta is just tearing after him, and he caught it with a great surprise downswing from around a corner. And yeah, he could have gone against it more and done more damage, but they've got the lead. Better to play protectively, to be defensive, and not get cornered by the thing. Now that he can get over there and it'll be 2-on-1 and it's not paying attention to him, that's a good thing. Got a good tag on that. It did catch him. He may not win this clash, especially with more enemies around, and he did something I've done with the Gyan a bunch of times, which is to try and use a side slash, which would have been a great maneuver with any other mobile suit in the world, but the Gyan's attacks are so linear that that's not what you want to do. And yep, he made it away. He ran away and let his allies finish off the enemies that were chasing him, which means he kept alive and everything went great. So yeah, good round. 100,000 damage, 6,600 points, 840 assist. Good stuff all around, and as always, Merrick, thank you for the round. I appreciate it. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more, so till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! A week or so later, and I'm still messing around with Genshin Impact. It's a very relaxing game. It's not particularly difficult unless you run into something really strong, which it's possible to do here and there. And it's one of those games, like I said, it's just one of those games fine-tuned to hit all the worst parts of my brain. It's got a lottery system, which I both enjoy and resent in equal measures, but just, random drops will always be appealing to me, and it's got plenty of random weapon and item drops too. So that's just the kind of thing that I go for. Once you stack all that on a really pretty open world to wander around, it's nice. And yeah, I really do like just big open worlds you can wander around and get lost in. When I play games like that, I rarely attend to the plot, and sometimes I think I'd be okay with a pure walking simulator, but at the same time, I just need something to do while I'm in there, I can wander, but after a while, if I'm not doing something, if I'm not finding stuff, if I'm not attacking stuff, if I'm not doing, something just to, break up the walking tour, it just doesn't doesn't feel as good anymore, and there's plenty of stuff both big and little to wander around and do in Genshin, so I'm enjoying it.